Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mythic bringing you guys another video, and in today's video we're going to be discussing everything that I saw at Cardinals camp, all the players that stood out to me, all the things that stood out in general, and we're going to be deep diving into training camp and what went right for the Cardinals. Now, the things that went wrong, honestly, I would say it was just very competitive. You didn't see much of a team just stand out. Defensively, I would say we were better than the offense overall as a standpoint, but at the end of the day, you'd rather have your defense look really strong because it battle tests your offense. So is that really a weak point? Not really. You saw Kyler Murray throw some interceptions, some bad decisions, but I don't think that's going to translate into the season. I just think that's a testament to how good our defense is. Now, if it happens in the regular season, we'll talk about that when it happens, but I think we're going to be fine. It's nice to see because Lamar Jackson even threw 3 interceptions in training camp. But in one day, by the way, to Jair Alexander and Nate Wiggins, if I'm not mistaken. But before we dive into this, if you guys are new to the channel and end up enjoying today's video, consider hitting that subscribe button. I post Arizona Cardinals and NFL content. So if you're a fan of either of those, this is the perfect channel for you. But let's go ahead and kick this thing off, man. Let's start with some of the players. For player number 1, we're going to talk about it. It is Will Johnson. A lot of people are putting insane claims on him, talking about how he's easily the defensive rookie of the year. But people got to understand, although he had a really solid camp, looked really good, had some highlight plays where he ran the comeback for Tajon Palmer. He had crazy breakups. He had interceptions off of Kyler Murray. Yes, he looked fantastic, but at the end of the day, you can't put immense pressure on a rookie corner because at the end of the day, he's going to come in here and probably have some struggle. He is a gambler. He likes to take risks. He tries to get interceptions. So in the NFL, if we see some of those things where he's off by half a second or he gets burnt, people might come and just flame him. But they got to realize you got to go through that. This was supposed to be Starling Thomas's position to have before he tore his ACL. And Will Johnson was supposed to be that insurance, getting secondary reps behind both of them. But no, now he is forced into the fire. Jonathan Gannon is a super heavy defensive back coach. And now Will Johnson is in the fire, which is fine. I'm perfectly content with that. But we got to understand he is going to probably have some growing pains. So we got to understand that. Let him come into his own. But he had a fantastic training camp, and he was really, really good, especially for a rookie. He has great patience, great ball skills, and I can't wait to see what he does in 2025 for his rookie season. For player number 2, I would say it's got to go to Maserati Marv. He looked incredible all training camp long. You saw the strides he's made in the offseason, whether that's with his route running, the ability to come back to the football and drive back. He had a couple plays where he didn't do it, but for the majority, he looked a lot better. His hands looked a lot more consistent, a lot stronger, to be honest with you. And he's just stronger in general, putting on 11 pounds. And you could tell he's not losing speed. He's not losing agility. He still looks very fluid. And he's winning a lot more 50-50 balls. He's coming down with a lot more contested catches. And he is great body control, as always. So that's nothing we should be worried about. But he just looks like a way better player in year 2. And Kyler Murray was hitting him in stride a lot of these times. Some of these balls were just straight 50-50 balls, and Marvin Harrison Jr. came down with a lot of them. I'm excited because we need him to elevate as a wide receiver 1. A lot of people had their doubts in Marvin Harrison Jr., but almost putting up 900 yards and 8 touchdowns in his rookie season. He's going to explode in year 2, and in training camp, the results are there. I can't wait to see what happens in the regular season, though. And player number 3, it's hard to not just ride with your stars, but Trey McBride was virtually unguardable. He was cooking Buda Baker in the ones every single day they were running it. Trey McBride literally looks like the best player once again on the offense, and that is something that is fantastic. Now, if we can work on getting him the ball in the red zone, Drew Petzing would be fantastic. Let's work on that. He is a big body receiver, big target with a huge catch radius. He was making some insane plays, insane catches, and I'm expecting these things to continue in 2025 because they continued in training camp. He was making ridiculous play after ridiculous play, and Trey McBride is one of those players on the offensive side where you're glad he is on your team. He looks better than he did in 2024, and that campaign he put on as a top 3 tight end in the league might solidify himself as first. And I'm excited for that because in this offense, it is running back tight end centric, and Trey McBride put up over 1,100 yards last year. And now if we can get him into the end zone, he will be the consensus #1 tight end in the NFL. He looks virtually unguardable in training camp. Nobody on the Cardinals can do it, and we have a really good defense, I would say. So stay tuned for Trey McBride's breakout season. Part 2. Number 4, I believe this is Darius Robinson we're going to talk about. virtually unblockable. Froholt was talking to us on the sidelines, talking about the defensive lineman that has stood out and has been unblockable, and he said it was Darius Robinson. That size you could tell that he put on. It's translating. If your starting center is saying that he is virtually unblockable and he is winning one-on-one reps like crazy, you're probably seeing something correct. He was virtually unblockable. Isaiah Adams had a couple good reps against him, but Darius Robinson would push people back, get around them. I'm very excited to see what happens because even in team scrimmage drills, 11 on 11, 7 on 7s, again, he was causing pressure, and in a lot of these situations, you're not supposed to hit your quarterback. He was just back there, just making his presence known. In a game, might be a strip sack. In a game, might just be a nasty hit on the quarterback. But he's back there and virtually unguardable with the defensive line that is Calais Campbell, Dalvin Tomlinson, now Darius Robinson, Walter Nolan. You got guys who are going to get back to the quarterback with Josh Sweat, Zaven Collins, BJ Ojolari. You got guys who are going to cause pressure and allow the middle to be free. Now, Darius Robinson is an outside-inside guy. He can play both positions. He's 300 pounds now. He's just a force to be reckoned with, and I can't wait to see it because his speed is still there as well. The Cardinals' D-line is just big and beefy. You could give them all this nod. And in general, just the defensive line being a group to be reckoned with. But Darius Robinson has stood out the most to me, and having Calais Campbell and DT down there too is huge for this defense. That's about it for the players. You have other guys like Isaiah Adams who looked incredible as well. Other guys on the offensive line like Paris Johnson looks fantastic, and in year 3 is going to have probably his best season yet. He looks very technical, very fluid, and insanely strong. You're probably going to see the best year from Paris Johnson Jr. that you have. Hopefully he eliminates some of those flags, cut those penalties up, and he's probably going to be a top 3 left tackle in the league, maybe top 5. I'm putting that pressure on him because he probably puts that pressure on himself. He is a very great football player, and I can't wait to see what he does this year. The right side of the offensive line kind of scares me a little bit with Jonah Williams and Isaiah Adams. Hopefully they hold up, but Isaiah Adams had a really good camp, so we'll see what happens there. Mack Wilson, also another player who stands out in training camp, just makes play after play, whether that's batting something at the line of scrimmage, making a crazy coverage play, getting an interception for 6. He always does something in training camp where he's popping off, so take note of Mack Wilson as well. The secondary looks really strong too. So the defense overall looked fantastic. But we can also talk about the offense. We're running a lot more motion. Drew Petzing is trying to get a lot more creative. It is the same scheme. It is the same principles, but he's adding a lot more creativity to it. He's trying to move Marvin Harrison around in the slot into the outside. He's trying to move people around. Tip Ryman, you see him motioning from tight end to fullback. We saw that last year. It's going to be a lot of motion, though. So stay tuned for that. We're going to see a lot more movement this year, which could be good for us and get a lot more players open because we struggled at separating. Hopefully he utilizes Marvin Harrison to his strengths instead of just sending him on goes, but we'll see. That's about it. Those are my takes from training camp. You guys let me know down below what you guys saw, what you guys are feeling, if you guys are confident in the Cardinals in 2025, and give me all your training camp thoughts down below. Also, if you guys are new to the channel and ended up enjoying today's video, consider hitting that subscribe button. I post Arizona Cardinals and NFL content. I can't wait to wrap these up, man. We are so close to preseason starting. We are 2 days away. On Saturday, the Cardinals play. Let me know your score predictions as well down below. But with that being said, that is going to wrap it up, man. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I appreciate all you guys for sticking through with training camp. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.